Welcome to Premier Championship Wrestling. This is our turf war.
Our first contest of the evening, scheduled for one fall. Introducing our competitors.
My name is Joe Dombrowski. Joining me is Benjamin C. Steele. Tonight, for the first time ever in Premier, it is a 10-man elimination tag with the two factions that have claimed dominance over the Premier territory.
It's like I got a Christmas gift late, because anytime we see amazing Nate Mattson, the pride, the favorite son of Michigan, it's just a good day. Wouldn't you agree?
And introducing his opponents.
Well, it's been a while since we've seen Nate Mattson in Premier, kicking us off for our first event of 2019. Nate Mattson, a 22-year veteran, and that adage about a fine wine and just becoming better with age certainly fits Nate Mattson. I don't think he's ever been in better physical shape, but this guy's on the rise in his own right. Silver Squad unite! Cisco Silver brings a lot of energy and positive mindset wherever he goes. He's in the best physical shape of his life as well. Cisco Silver, when we last saw him, was helping out London Ali in her battles with Katie Arquette and Calvin Couture. Calvin, don't think is going to be showing his face anytime soon after what happened at the hands, among other areas, of Super Oprah. Cisco getting back on track in one-on-one action, at least attempted to.
Well, Calvin actually let me know he's got to get his face disinfected. Totally ruined the start of his 2019. And it's nice to see that, little-known fact, Nate Mattson is actually a sailor. He has been on the ship on the Michigan Ocean.
What are you talking about?
He's got 2 new scarves, so he's ready for big things here in 2019. He's a sailor.
I like the...
Call him Captain Nate.
Each and every one of your homes, the roof leaks just like this.
Nate Mattson made his career return a couple of months ago. Remy LeVay of The Culmination referred to that as an M. Bison hat.
Oh, no, it's a sailor hat. Like Remy LeVay is going to know anything about sailing. Remy LeVay is getting ready to worry about his matchup tonight.
He's got a turf war to worry about.
Appropriately named.
It's going to be 5-on-5. It's going to be faction warfare. Later on tonight, we could be here a lot. And the familiar calls from Cleveland to Detroit.
No.
You know what sucks? Your squad sucks.
He's right. Silver Squad is stupid.
You could say a lot to Cisco, and he could brush it off his shoulders, but you don't talk trash to Cisco's squad. You don't talk down to his fans that have supported him since day one. And that raises the ire of Cisco and allows the veteran, Nate Mattson, to take over. Nate Mattson, always very opinionated on his views of the industry, his views of himself, his views of geography, Cleveland versus Detroit. Nate Mattson, very decorated athlete, and I'll tell you what, he'll let you know how he feels about you, whether you want to hear it or not.
Well, you think of Nate Mattson, you think a lot of the history in this building from Michigan. You've got, obviously, Nate Mattson, you've got Alex Shelley, you've got the Allison Kay, who I'm a personal favorite of, but
A lot of great examples. Truth Martini, Zach Gowen.
Now, there's a DVD about Zach Gowen. I don't know if you ever have to check that out.
Finding Zach Gowen at joe-dombrowski.com. Features a matchup from Turner's Hall involving Nate and Zach in a 6-man tag, but That really is Nate Mattson in a nutshell. If there's an important venue, if there's an important opponent, whether it's in Cleveland, whether it's in Michigan, anywhere in the Midwest, Nate Mattson's been there and shared a ring with that athlete at some point in time over the past 2+ decades. Nice takedown by Amazing Nate.
Well, this is an honor for Cisco Silver.
Explodes with a drop kick to Cisco. Second time now. Has the veteran trapped, only a count of 1.
Now, Joe, let me ask, is this going to be a case where Cisco does it on his own? Is he going to have London Ali out here, a 2-on-1, and some shenanigans as we've seen in the 2018?
London Ali is preparing for a 2 out of 3 falls matchup with Katie Arquette in a bit, so I do not think London's going to be a factor. And there's, as Nate continues to complain, there's never been a time when Cisco and London have had the numbers in their favor. It has only been about evening set odds. Cisco dupes Nate Mattson there a moment ago.
Well, it was more putting her nose to where it doesn't belong.
How do you feel about the difference in body language thus far? Cisco's in a good mood at this point. Nate looks a bit flustered as he's trapped for a near fall on that Lamai Strut Cradle.
Well, Cisco Silver certainly ended 2018 on a high note, ended it with some momentum going into the new year. I will ask that you do not address again exactly what went down as per the favor of my fashionista and everybody's favorite, Calvin Couture. But, I'll give him credit where it's due. You may have changed things a little bit, but he did pick up the W. We'll have to see if he can catapult that into a win here against Nate Mattson.
Nate was able to leverage his way out of that hammerlock, but Cisco adjusts beautifully on the fly. Pace quickens here, and Mattson, a one-man flapjack. Got all of it that time, and Cisco got rocked.
Detroit known for their flapjacks, Joe Dombrowski.
What's up?
Absolutely.
How are their knee drops?
Well, you'd have to ask Cisco Silver right about now as he's feeling the brunt of it.
Nate Mattson, very decorated, former Prime Wrestling Tag Team Champion, Television Champion, WrestleRama Trophy winner, one of the most decorated athletes in the history of that organization. And Mattson, Mattson's been in and out of Premier for the past number of years and really has not developed that same traction in the rankings, but certainly a dangerous and formidable foe whenever he makes his way back to Cleveland, which I believe to his directive is less and less often.
Well, he's from the land of Detroit. Where would we be without Detroit? They've given us Nate Mattson. They've given us the Ford car. They've given us the Tigers. Several other things. They've given us a little hand thing that you point to.
Well, Mattson getting work up ahead of steam and drive the knee right into the sternum of Cisco.
At least one of Cisco's teeth may actually be headed towards Detroit right now.
Well, it could be Cisco's got a faraway look in his eye. And this is unequivocally the toughest test of the singles career of Cisco Silver as he deals with the ring savvy and the wherewithal of Nate Mattson.
It's good to see that Nate Mattson, for all the years that we've been able to see him, never short on confidence. You got to respect that in a guy like Nate Mattson. Obviously, humble to no end, but willing to really...
shoulders down here, 2 count only.
Really willing to speak his greatness, and I personally think that's one of his better qualities.
I would suggest confidence is one way of wording it, to be sure, but not so sure that, again, Nate Mattson's opinion is particularly welcome. A lot of these fans, and certainly a lot of his adversaries as well, but one thing is for sure, Cisco, whether he expected it or not, is getting a wrestling lesson. Detroit style. Went Cisco, able to counter out of the uppercut, backslide for a near fall.
Almost pulled the fast one over. You're asking about those knee drops. Cisco Silver could, what do kids do now? Blog post? You can write a blog post about the knee drops of Nate Mattson.
How old are you?
I'm up in years. Me and Thunder Kitty broke in together.
Never mind. Let's see. Thunder Kitty, a little bit later on.
He's going to extend an invite to go to the malt shop. Threw that one right out the window.
Well, Cisco looking to throw Mattson's hopes of victory out the window. Sunset flip for 2. And Mattson back to his feet, and notice how quickly Mattson can sense a sway in direction and adjust and just shut Cisco down.
I'll tell you, Cisco Silver's got a few really close 2 counts, and that's just going to anger Nate Mattson. But see, here's the one thing with Nate Mattson. He's got to stay focused on Cisco Silver, not worry about the man in the stripes. He can be a little bit of a hothead, can Nate Mattson. I think we can both agree.
Oh, without question.
He's working on that. He's struggling with that, and he didn't struggle with that back rake. Master of the back rake, by the way. I'm a little flustered. You mentioned earlier just the accomplishments of Nate Mattson. If we went through the list and we started right now, I think we'd be here till Friday. The man has had more championships, more high-profile matches than most guys could ever hope to have for their entire career.
Well, you heard Mattson say, "Where's your squad now? Where's your squad?" And I think that served to stir something deep inside Cisco and maybe get a second burst of adrenaline rolling.
No, wait a minute. I think Nate Mattson was just asking a simple question. I actually have questions on the Silver Squad as well. I don't see a sign-up list or a membership form.
Well, I know where you can get Cisco's handprints, though. If you want to investigate that way, Nate Mattson receiving into those chops, stuck to the clothesline now. Cisco switches directions. Nice head scissors takeover.
Are you a member of the Silver Squad?
Well, try to stay impartial, but...
Yeah. Hey, your first lie of the new year. Congratulations, Joe. I'm trying to stay impartial. Yeah.
Cisco puts the brakes on, and Mattson ran right into the back elbow of Cisco Silver. Springboard cross body. There's a cover. 2 count only. Nate gets the shoulder up to answer your question a bit more detailed as Cisco is reaching for some kind of momentum here. I am a fan of Cisco Silver's work ethic. I enjoy his drive, his determination, and Cisco Silver has outworked all of his peers in my estimation. Mattson went to elevate Cisco, but Cisco adjusts. Look at the leg and another near fall.
Well, Cisco's definitely building momentum, and I think Nate Mattson might be a little bit discombobulated. I'm a little verklempt myself. But Nate Mattson's the veteran. He knows that referee's count at all times. He's trying to regain some composure right now.
And Cisco, we talk about that work ethic, talk about the physical shape he's in. But could not follow through with a high risk, and Mattson out of nowhere. Mattson, that modified code breaker, and Nate's gonna beat him. No!
Joe, I think that was 3.
Cisco gets a shoulder up, and Mattson is absolutely incredulous.
Well, Joe, Nate Mattson said it was 3, and I think that's good enough for me. It should be good enough for you, too. Why don't you go down there and as my voice cracks, ring the bell.
Please.
Thank you.
Nate Mattson, scowl on his face, cannot believe the fight Cisco has in him. Wait, Cisco counters. Cisco the inside cradle. Cisco's got him cinched in. Cisco Silver has beat Nate Mattson.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, Cisco Silver!
What an upset! Cisco, the biggest match of his career, also has become the greatest victory of his career.
Well, I think that might have been for Nate. See, the shoulder wasn't completely square and parallel. Get him! I think Nate Mattson's going to have to regroup and just maybe fight another day. Because
Silver Squad's on the rise.
I have 75 eyewitnesses. Not counting those stupid twerps right there. You all saw him. Handful of my shorts. And don't you deny it. You're a bunch of liars.
I saw it, Joe. Handful of the shorts. Exactly what he said.
This is exactly what I've been talking about. No respect for the old school. No respect for tradition. We got these young folks thinking they can make a name off a racing game. You ain't seen nothing yet, you bunch of ingrates.
I'm glad finally somebody said it.
Well, as many years I've been following Nate Mattson, it seems that, man, he's angrier now than he's ever been.